I'm gonna go ahead and call it. This is probably the earliest I've called it on any person on any show. This is what, episode 3? Yeah. Episode 3. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Chris is a bad person.
Welcome back, YouTube fam. We are back with another week of Married at First Sight. This is season 12. This is episode 3. If you watched it, you already know it's a lot. So we're gonna get into it because you already know it's a lot. But once again, right. Once again, I'm Blythe.
And I'm Brandon. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get post notifications so you know whenever we drop new content. Give us a like. That'll let YouTube know you're enjoying our content. They'll push it out to more people. More people they push it out to, the more people will comment on our videos. Okay, so hop in the comments. Let us know what you thought about this episode, because there's a lot to talk about. We got a lot to get into, and I gotta know what you guys think about this episode. Okay, so hop in the comments. Let us know. Other than that, we've got our wine. We've got our Cheez-Its. I hope you have yours too. We're going to go ahead and get started right now.
All right. So, we've wrapped up all the weddings. And the couples are going to, have their first night together in their suites. Meet with their families the next day. And go off into paradise on their honeymoons. But before we do that, you know your boy got to bring a lot of drama on deck. So let's just go ahead and open up with it. First up, Chris and Paige. I don't even know where to begin. It was so much. It was too much.
So much.
Yeah. So we opened up, what do we do, boo? So, we see all the couples, getting ready for their night, getting ready for the evening, still getting used to each other, whatever. And, everyone goes to bed, good night, we open up the next day. So, your boy Chris, he tells Paige, they get up, they're getting ready, whatever, no big deal, take your time. He tells her, he's going to get breakfast, right? Just like everybody else is, so next morning they're ordering breakfast, sitting down, talk. He tells her he's going to get breakfast. Hours go by. She does not hear from him. She doesn't get no breakfast. He comes back, 2-3 hours later? Looking crazy, basically.
Yeah.
Basically. So then he tells her, I had a panic attack. Saying he's all messed up in the head. He had a panic attack. Okay. He's upset. Like a good wife, she comes to comfort him. What's wrong? What's going on? He say he's wrestling with himself because basically, he don't have the attraction. He's saying, I don't know. He's saying physical attraction or something is not there for him. And that's what he's wrestling with. I'm just trying to be honest. I'm trying to be upfront. This is what he's telling Paige. After they just had a night of passion, basically. And a morning of passion. This is what this is what he's saying. Come, tell me the male point. Tell me something, please, because I can't. I just cannot with this dude.
Man, Chris is he's a clown.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He's a clown. He's a slime ball.
Yes.
If you're not attracted to Paige, right? Fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not judging him for that.
Okay,
we attracted
absolutely.
to what we're attracted to.
Yeah.
Right?
But
if you're not attracted to her, then don't get physically intimate with her. And then, if you get physically intimate with her that night, don't double back twice in the morning.
Yeah, let's say you got carried away that night. I don't know. Feelings. It was dark. You was getting frisky. I don't know. Had you drank? I don't know. I don't care. Whatever you did that night. But ain't no way that morning, really.
No. Alright, here's what I'll say. As a man.
Okay.
Because I know Paige said it, and I know, I don't know I know Paige was saying it, and she said she talked to some of her male friends. And here's the deal.
Yeah.
Here's the ugly truth about men, right? We will get physically intimate with someone we're not particularly attracted to.
Got it.
Normally, this is going to be like in the face, okay? If you have other assets, we'll call it. Right?
They pretty much, y'all are good. You can move forward.
We can move forward with that. But here's the thing. That's called a jump off. All right? That's not your wife. Okay? I said it last week. I'll say it again. Paige is not a jump off, Chris. This is your wife. Okay? And that's not right. What I described before, that's not right.
Yeah, but you're just being honest.
I'm just being honest about what guys do.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that. I've always had that. I've always had to have all the attraction and the relationship and everything.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys, they will.
It happens. Okay.
They will. But this isn't that, Chris. Like, this is your wife. You signed up to be married. So, if you're not attracted to her, then you need to leave her alone. Leave her alone. Definitely don't, the night of and then double back twice in the morning. Now she's all confused because you seem to be confused. You don't know what you want to do.
Absolutely.
And this is where, I got on her friends last week. And some people agreed. And some people say, oh, the friends, they're trying to, not to have her panic and let her, no. And the reason I said that is because this is a unique situation. They are getting married.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like if your friend is dating somebody and they seem kind of sketchy,
give it some
and
time.
you want to give it some time. Let me not, put my opinions in there. Let's let her fill it out. That's one thing.
That's true.
But the reason I said it is because I can tell that this Chris dude is a slime ball who's going to try. You see, all he talked about was physical intimacy. All his dad was talking about was physical intimacy. So he's gonna try on the honeymoon.
And you can tell Paige is really okay, God brought us together. I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to be a wife. Like, you can tell she's really I'm married, so I'm trying to do right as a wife. But she's got connected with the wrong one. I'm sorry.
She got connected with the wrong one. And so that's why, in this scenario, I wanted the friends to present her with all the information that she needs to know before she goes into that first honeymoon night, because Chris is going to try it. He's going to try to get physical.
Didn't he?
And he did. And he succeeded. And I would have liked for her to have all the pertinent information to make a decision on whether I want to give myself to him physically.
That's right.
That's why the friend, she needs to know everything that was said. And you don't have to put your opinion in it. You don't have to put a slant on it. None of that. Just present the facts as they were. This is what he said. He said you're not a trophy wife. You take that for what you will. You might not take it as a bad thing. I don't know. But this is what he said. He said you're not a trophy wife. He said he normally dates. You're not the type of girl he normally dates. He normally dates pretty, prissy girls.
Whatever that
you take that, whatever that means, you take that for what it. Maybe you should ask him these questions. I'll let you formulate that opinion, but maybe you want to ask these questions before you lay down with this man to so you can make a decision. Because now she's laid down with him not once but twice,
and she hurt.
And now after you have laid down with her, gotten physically intimate, taken things to the next level. Now you want to tell her, oh, I'm not attracted to you. How confusing is that? And I know it, the act of physical intimacy has different effects on y'all than it does us.
Yes.
How does that make you feel? You done lay down with this man, giving yourself to this man, a spiritual act, and now he tells you, I'm not attracted to you. Does that not, I feel like that would really be confusing.
That is it's wrong. It's wrong. I don't know what Chris' opinion is of a trophy wife or these prissy girls. I don't know what he is talking about. Paige is not a bad looking girl. There is nothing wrong with her. I don't know. It's just whatever his idea, his image, his thoughts, whatever he wants. Or like you said, whatever he's attracted to, whatever. It's just he has no right to treat her the way he's treating her. I'm sorry. He doesn't. And to be honest with you, you're right. I agree. The friends, they should have just laid it out there so she would just already know. And Chris, he's just immature to me. I mean, honestly, the attraction thing, sure. we know how men are, whatever, what they want in their attraction. But he really need to chill out with that. Like, calm down, chill out. Y'all just got to know each other. Give it some time. Like, it's just showing how shallow you are. You just shallow. It's just immature.
He just talks too much. Like, he talks too much. Shut up. You just met this chick. Like, you don't have to tell every single thought that crosses your mind. You don't.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That is true. Hold back on some of that. And you ain't had no panic attack over talking about no attraction, nobody. Get out of here with that. I'm not going for that. No day. Get out of here.
No. And that's one thing I would... If you had a panic attack... If someone is so unattractive to you that it sends you into a panic attack... No dude is hitting. Like, I'm just going... I will say that. Like, if you meet this chick and it's like, oh, shoot, you done set me up with this blind date. She is like, I'm not feeling it at all.
Get out of here.
You not smashing that.
Get out of here. And I don't care. You was not wasted, slam drunk, where you didn't know what you was doing.
Not the morning after.
You didn't seem like it the night up to me either. But you're right.
Saying.
Definitely not the morning after. You just slept it off. So get out of here with that. So let's go to the parents. Remember, they had to do... Now, wait a minute. I did not see him meet with Paige's family. What happened? What's that all about?
He didn't.
Right. Because you know what? They need to look at you. I want them to look at you. They need to sit you down.
Right.
But we didn't even see that.
And one of them friends need to be there in that conversation too, because some of the other friends were in these sit-ins with the family. And one of them friends should have been there and been grilling him with these questions.
So what happened there? That's not even fair.
Question.
That's not right. But anyway, she had to sit down with your family, feeling. All this that she had to be feeling, because he just laid all this on her, and then she had to go sit down with his family.
Bruh.
So she sat down with his dad, his mom, and his aunt. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, he just laid a lot on her. I understand her just putting it out there. They just met. I understand. She's going to put it out there.
And I'm so glad she did, because as soon as I saw the scene, I was like, I hope. And I'm not an advocate for when you're married, like bringing, the in-laws into y'all's like intimate business. I actually am opposed to that in a normal circumstance.
True.
But in this circumstance right here, I was like, I hope she tell everything. And thankfully she did. I'm glad she did.
Yes. So she went ahead. Gosh, they were nice. It was cordial, But then she just had to lay it out there. Your son just laid all this on me, and we were intimate. It's a lot. I'm feeling some kind of way, which I agree. It is. That's understandable. But I have to say, I couldn't believe it. The parents, they impressed me. Because at first, I was just like, the dad.
Right.
I'm like, Lord, where we going with this?
Yo, where is this gonna go?
But anyways, he came through. Okay, we see what you're saying. The mama.
Now, she about lost me for a second.
She sure did. At first, she like, well, had he had some drinks? I don't know. He just turned for... Then she like, okay, another time. Then the mama, she had to come back. She had to double back. She like, okay, now I understand how you feel. He was wrong. The aunt too agreed. What you think?
That's how jacked up it was what he did to her. Like, because you could see.
Even his family.
Even his mom. You know how mothers be sometimes.
Is
like,
she almost
with us. Like, they'll be trying to defend us to a fault.
Absolutely.
And she tried it.
She did.
She tried it. And Paige just, okay, how about this? You did this? Okay. He doubled back twice in the morning. She ain't have nothing to say after that. Like, your son is dead wrong.
She said, okay. Mm-hmm.
Right. Dead wrong. And to the credit of her dad, who I dogged out last week, said he was mad cringy. And it was.
I know.
But maybe his intentions weren't bad. Some people just...
How they are, the way they are.
They just kind of are like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he said, look, that's not right. What he did is not right. I'm not sure why he did that. Mm-hmm. And, so he...
They knew it was wrong because they tried to lay in with a whole bunch of compliments that you're not wrong for that. You're a wonderful person. You're great. You're accomplished. Hero. They tried to come in with 1,000 compliments because they know their son. Because they know their son was wrong.
Dead wrong.
Yeah. So then after that, They did. They met with him, didn't they? Yeah. So after that, he met with his family. And I'm so glad because he sure needed it.
Yes.
So then, they kept it 100. It was like, son, why'd you do that? His dad, they brought it up. She let us know what happened. Why'd you do that? And what did he say? He said he was trying to get a connection or some closeness. What did he say?
He said, the physical attraction wasn't initially there, so I thought maybe, if we got physically intimate, then, maybe the attraction would grow or the connection would grow from that. Which is just, for anybody out there listening, that is the worst
way to go about it.
That is the worst way to go about it. If you're not attracted to somebody, putting, physical intimacy into the equation is not the answer. Like that's right. Even if you got physically intimate and you felt like an attraction did form,
right.
That is not the attraction you want. That is not a genuine attraction, something that's going to last, a foundation to build a marriage off of.
Absolutely not.
So
Absolutely
either
not.
way, that's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and he responded to his parents because his parents ended up, chastising him.
And his dad, in the conclusion, his dad said, "Don't hurt that girl." He said, "Son, don't hurt that girl." So I was like, "Thank you, Daddy." Finally, like you got him together and brought him out on his mess and told him not. And that's right. Don't hurt her over your mess because you're messy and you crazy. You need to get yourself together.
And I'm glad he did. And no surprise at all.
When we get back to the room,
right?
When they get back together,
Chris responded like, a spoiled kid,
a child, a little boy,
a little boy,
not
who
a man,
just, who just got put in his place, got a little spanking or whatever. Like he just couldn't handle it. It was like, oh my gosh, my parents, I'm not used to discussing this.
No. She walked in the room, he crying. I don't care. You up here crying over your little immature mess.
Crying? Because you're immature?
A little boy. You acting like one of our little boys. We got 4 little boys. You act like one of our little boys when we call them out, reprimand them over, something they doing. Because they're children.
Right.
They're children. They're little boys. I expect them to act like that.
You're a grown man. You made the decisions that you made. They were very adult decisions. And because your parents found out about it and called you out on it and called you on your mess, you can't handle it. And
you crying like a little boy. Now that showed me he done got away with stuff throughout the years.
Exactly.
Though. I felt like he done got away with stuff. Because if you up here crying if your parent. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm glad they called you out because you was dead wrong. And you need to get yourself together. I feel bad for Paige.
100%.
What did you like you said, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but you were saying how he was reacting when the Paige came in.
Yeah, he's crying, he's, emotional. And then, he's just the worst. I'm sorry. He acts
bad attitude.
Acts like he, is the victim in all of this.
Absolutely.
Tries to paint Paige as the villain. Yes. I just, I normally don't, involve my parents, in conversations about my private life. Mm-hmm. I'm from Chicago, and what does Chicago have to do with anything? That ain't got nothing to do with Chicago. You being a terrible person. You
just wrong, and you're trying to deflect and go on some other mess because you dead wrong.
Right.
Grow up.
And she wasn't really here for any of it, and she entertained it for a second, and then she just walked away. And I was so happy to see her just see him for who he was in that moment and just say, I don't want any part of this. This is ridiculous.
He repeatedly said, I did not disrespect you. He said that several times. He said, I did not disrespect you. I need him to grow up.
And she has the presence of mind to, you may not have thought you disrespected me.
Absolutely.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. She didn't even go clean off of him like she could have.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Most people, a lot of times, yes, you did cussing him out and stuff like that, flying off the handle. And she would have been justified in doing that. Make no mistake. But she even was composed enough to say, you may not have thought you disrespected me, but you did. No, I didn't disrespect you. No, I didn't disrespect you. It's I'm so glad she just walked away, because right now you're talking to a petulant child.
Yep.
That's what you're dealing with. She realized that, and she just walked away.
I'm sorry, Paige. You married a little boy. I'm sorry. That's real.
100%. I'm not happy with Married at First Sight, the show. Like,
not for this one, not this
I'm
season.
not happy about this one.
Nah.
The rest of the couples are for the most part fine.
Yeah.
Like, y'all,
it's not. Yeah, that's true.
There's a chance. We'll see what happens with the other couples, but that's within the normal realm of...
Exactly.
That's fine.
It's normal relationship.
And I'm interested to see what's going to happen with them.
Exactly.
These two right here, this should not be on TV. Chris should not be on TV. Paige does not deserve to be with this guy. I don't feel safe for her. Married at First Sight, I'm sure that they'll say, oh, we didn't know, and this and that. It's 2021, just a little bit of research, and y'all could have found out that clearly this guy was just engaged. There's videos on YouTube, as we've all seen, that he's a clown. Okay? And even if you want to say, oh, we didn't know, we didn't see any of that, and we didn't know. After this episode right here, I feel like somebody should have stepped in and been like, you know what? No, we're going to protect Paige. Somebody has to speak up for Paige and protect Paige and all of this, because like he's not like, he's making Zach. He's making Zach look good. Because it was the same thing with Zach and Mindy.
I couldn't imagine anybody
would have never thought
that
I would be saying this. But Zach wasn't attracted to Mindy, and we thought he was a jerk for not moving in with her ever and really giving the process a chance. And yes, he was. But you know what? That's better than saying I'm not waiting, getting physically intimate multiple times, then telling you that I'm not attracted to you.
Absolutely.
And from what it looks like, they're going to continue to be physically intimate. So he's just completely messing with her mind. He's got other stuff that we're apparently about to find out next week. Looks like he's got his ex is pregnant. So he's dragging her through the coils. Yeah. And it's like, yo, this is not a good look for the Married at First Sight franchise. I'm going to be perfectly honest, because if I'm a female and I want to, get married at first sight, I'm concerned about going on the show, because y'all might put me with the Chris. What is y'all's vetting process?
It was a bad apple, this one. I just feel like Paige does not deserve this. She had the right intentions. She wants to do right. She wants to be a wife. And this is not fair to her.
No.
This is not fair to her, who they matched her up with. You're right. It's out there. He's an open public person. He loved himself. They could have did a little more research. I don't know. I don't know what they do with these tests, these exams, whatever the stuff they had the people fill out, bubble in, whatever. They should have went, I don't know. Maybe they should have went a little deeper. Maybe they didn't ask all the right questions. Maybe he just sat there and lied in y'all's face. I don't know.
I don't know, but there needs to be some kind of contingency plan. What if you bring somebody on the show and they are plumb crazy and they are literally like a threat? What if they end up raping somebody? Like, I'm just extreme, throwing it out there. So, like, what do you do if something like that happens? At some point, do you step in and say, you know what? I don't think you're ready for this show? Because I feel like that's what should happen.
I don't know, because you remember there's a couple times I felt like they needed to step in with Mika and Michael. And you remember, like, she just put it out there. She was just, like, going off. Remember, she just went to the point, look, cameras, this what y'all, I can't do this. Because, it was like, they weren't, like, they just kept letting it go on the train wreck. She just like, no, look, he not going to keep running over me like this. Y'all going to have to do something.
But
I feel like they don't step in. I mean, I know you're like, it wasn't this bad.
That's
probably
what I'm saying.
Thinking.
Like, yeah, that was it. It wasn't a good match, but it wasn't like.
Well, she wasn't gonna let him take her down with that disrespect, though. I know that.
And that's why, I'm like, I'm okay with. I mean, it sucks for her. Like, she got a raw deal, but I feel like this situation. I feel like Chris is manipulative. I feel like he is physically taking advantage of Paige, and I feel like that's. You're looking at potentially like emotional damage for years to come.
Her. That's true.
You know what I mean? And I feel like she needs to be protected at some point.
Let me tell you something. We are both PKs. Preaching kids. Look, my parents, his parents, they both preachers. We know. We grew up in the church. Chris, he that bad PK, that bad preacher kid. You know they always talk about that bad preacher kid. They be up there, oh yeah, they so cute. They get up there, they pray, they do the praying worship, and they be bad in the streets. That's Chris. That's what he done did. You see it. Mm-hmm. That's what he done did all his life. That's why, and they knew, hold up, son. Now, they done let him get away with some stuff, I can tell. They don't let him get away with some stuff. But I know they had to bring him out on this one. He up there crying. He's that bad PK, but I'm going to tell you right now, you are no longer a child. You need to grow up, Chris.
Facts.
You need to grow up. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it. For my girl, Paige. I love Paige. But I wish I could see some more Karen in Paige. I can't believe I said it. I know I went off of Karen last season because she shouldn't have did my boy Miles like that. I was like, no, Miles, he's a good one. He don't deserve that. You know what I mean? But, Miles was a good one. But what Karen was doing, she had her precaution. She was taking her time. And that's because of what? The Chris's in the world.
That you got the Chris's of the world. Karen probably ran into a couple of Chris's.
So I can see what Karen was doing to Miles. That's what Paige needs to be doing to Chris. That's what he needs.
It really is, and that's and that's why I felt, and that's why I said what I said about them stepping in, married at first sight, because Paige, she's with the the God ordained stuff, and I just feel like she's gonna do whatever she feels like he wants to see from her in order to make it work. And it's like, no, Paige, he hasn't earned that.
Not for this one. He hasn't earned that.
So it's tough. But yeah, I do wish she was more like Karen in this scenario.
That's what he needs. Mm-hmm.
He's. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. This is probably the earliest I've called it on any person on any show. This is what, episode 3? Yeah. Episode 3. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Chris is a bad person. Point blank. He's a bad person.
Yeah.
Seriously, again, you do a simple Google search, you see some of the articles about how he's treated employees. You see the YouTube video where he was just engaged months ago, and then you decide to go on Married at First Sight. He's a bad person. You see the way he's treating Paige.
I mean, that's crazy. I don't know what happened with the ex, but I almost wonder, how was you treating you? How was he treating her? I mean, it just make you wonder. Because he seemed like he on some stuff. He's slimy with it. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know, but
was there anything after that? Did they?
Oh, boy. I mean, Paige is nice.
Oh, they came back and talked again.
Yeah, she was nice. I mean, she went, had some time apart. She went and got her hair done. She came back, and Paige again. I want more Karen out of Paige. She was just real nice and humble,
especially at this point.
Yeah, she was real nice and humble. Let's give it a chance. God put us in this position for a reason. That's fine, honey, but please tread lightly with him. Tread lightly with him. And then we see next week what it's gonna look like. The previews for next week, some more mess. I hate it for him.
Yeah, doesn't look like it's gonna get any better. And
okay, I'm sorry though. When they had that discussion, and she said, "Let's just try to do better, move forward." Why did he go into detail in the Webster Dictionary about all the details talking about who he is? Can you explain that to me?
Oh, I'm smart. Oh, I'm charming. Oh, I'm funny. Oh,
was we in The Help? Was we in The Help, the movie?
I'm charismatic. I'm, intelligent. I'm witty. I'm, I had to pull out a thesaurus.
I was like, who asked you for all that?
You had all those at the ready, all those adjectives to describe yourself just at the ready? I couldn't pull out that many adjectives to describe myself if I tried. Off the gate, if you give me some time, maybe. He was and he kept going. I think she interrupted him and said something, and then he just kept going with more adjectives.
She let him have be cute.
And it wasn't a smirk on his face. He was dead serious. I'm letting you know I'm all of these things. Wow.
I mean, And just right in there in that moment, like she's being nice, like, okay, I'm gonna give you another chance after what you've done to me. Within 24 hours, 48 hours now. He go into all that. Chris, how about for once putting your wife first? How about putting her and her feelings first? How about that? You going in about who you are, how about think about her? How about what she needs? Right. Being the right man for her, being a real husband. Yes.
And another thing that I just want to get out there, and just so it's clear, Paige, got nothing but love for you. God did not ordain you being with Chris. Okay, I just want to make sure that because I don't want people to be like getting the wrong idea about God and what God gives us free reign to do what we please.
That's true.
Okay, so that was your decision.
He let us make, God let us make decisions. That's
right.
True.
You know what I mean? So that was your decision to get on this show and put your future in the hands of these so-called experts. It was really probably production who's trying to get ratings.
Don't start preaching. Don't get on that.
I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not going to preach. I'm not going to preach. But I just want to make sure that we're clear. It's not God ordained. Cause don't put that on God, because we see the mess that's about to come, and that's not, God isn't none of that.
Yeah, God ain't. No, that's true. Yeah, that's true. He allowed us to make decisions, and he's there for us to help us and guide us. But that's true. He ain't really want that. I would say that's true. He ain't really want that for you to be hurt like that. His daughter. No. That's true.
And God does allow us to go through stuff sometimes.
Absolutely.
But that right there, no, he doesn't want that for his daughter.
All right. So that's it for Chris and Paige.
That's it for Chris and Paige. That's it.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead. We're going to cut and we're going to give y'all part 2. So keep looking out for it, and we're going to break. We're going to break you part 2 for the rest of the couples. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? Hit the bell so you get post notifications so you know when part 2 drops.
That's right.
All right. Give us a like and hop in the comments. Let us know what you think about Chris and Paige. Give us your input, guys. I need to hear it. I need to hear it. I'm losing hope. I'm losing faith.
Talk to us.
Talk to us. All right. Yeah. Other than that, we'll see you guys on part 2.
That's right.
We out.